Okay, red belt 1s and above, so we're going to go through obviously your new boxing drill, but I thought for red belt 2s, red belt 3s, we could also incorporate the Superman punch, just for a bit of fun, and it's something that you're going to do a bit more of as you get to black belt. So, I'm going to break this one down really slowly. It's a little longer than other combinations you've done, especially red belt 1s. You might not have seen all of this before, or you might have, who knows. So it starts with this. Left jab, I evade, so I put weight on my right leg. Right cross, make sure you touch your chin with your body this way before you drop and roll away. Then it's a right cross, left hook, and right cross. I'll do it again facing the camera. You step in with your jab, pull away so you drop the weight down on your right foot. Notice both my feet have turned slightly. I want to be about 45 degrees. If I turn too far away, then I'm too far to get the punch in. So I've done my jab, a small shift onto my back leg, and I drop my right cross in. You'll notice my shoulders are 45 degrees, my hip is turned, I touch my chin without adjusting my body. Drop down, roll out, right cross, left hook, right cross. I'll do it one more time facing this way. I step in for my jab, I shift away, turning my feet slightly out, 45 degrees. Twist, right cross, touch your chin before adjusting your stance. Drop down, roll away, right cross, left hook, right cross. Now, break it down slowly. You can also refer to your white belt training online and have a look at all the different aspects of this drill and how we're stepping you through getting it faster and stronger. If you want to try the Superman punch, then stay tuned. For red belt 2s and above, a Superman punch, most people think it's about traveling forwards and generating power. It's not. It can be done on the spot. It can be done forwards, and it can be done shifting away. It's a great punch to get distance in between yourself and your opponent and still deliver maximum power. So let's take a look at what I'm doing here. I'm going to lift up my back leg. If I'm punching with my right hand, I'll lift up my right leg, and my knee is pointing slightly out. It's not forwards, it's slightly out, kind of like when a dog's going to toilet on a tree, right? So my back leg's out, I'm going to pulse or hop on my left leg, boom! And as I land the weight on my left leg, that's when the strike happens. Now, where does the power come from? It comes from dropping down, but more importantly, it comes from me cranking or turning my right knee into this punch. If I ask you to do a single right cross, we would ask you to turn your right knee so your hip moves into the punch. So when I load up for this punch here, I'm lifting my right leg, and when I lift and drop my weight, watch what my knee does. Boom! I turn the knee down, and I can even shoot my leg out a little bit, and that's where the idea of the Superman punch comes from, right? So I'm moving, I transfer my weight onto my front leg, the right leg's hanging back out, boom! And I fire. I'll do it facing this way. I roll onto my front foot, leg out, boom! And I fire. Now, most times we teach this punch, people look at it, then they instinctively take their left foot off the ground and they jump onto it. It's not the case, right? I then shift my weight onto my front foot, so my back leg is off the ground. I pulse, boom, and I fire. You start slowly, guys, and if you get coordinated with it, you can start moving forward, you can start moving backwards, and you can try it on the spot. Give it a try, guys. One of my favourite punches. See you in the next video.
Okay guys, so in this video now we're going to talk about punching from a different stance. So in the way we teach at the club is we usually start with the left leg forwards, the left hand's a jab, the right hand's a cross, and so forth for your punches. And now we're going to reverse it. So this is the way that I learned when I first started martial arts. I learned southpaw and I adapted and I changed the opposite way. So now we're going to try the opposite side. So I want you to go into your guarding stance and I want you to change form so your right foot's forwards. So now your right leg's forwards, you're going to throw a right hand jab and then twist your back leg for a left hand cross. Okay, so it's the opposite side, the opposite arm now. So you're balancing your toes, you freeze in a one with the front hand, the heel stays up, the guard stays up. Now you twist and throw your two. You yellow belts above, you can try a 3 and a 4 for an uppercut. Okay, also want to bounce your toes. You're going to fire out your punches, your 1s, up, in and out, 2s, here, 3s, 1, 2, 3, and bounce 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, off the opposite side, but trying to remember to still twist, still keep your guard up, and still throw effective punches. Okay? Once you've got that, you're going to start the same thing. So you're bouncing your toes. You can fire off the southpaw stance, right leg forwards, or you can change form and fire off the normal stance off the left leg. You bounce again. Fire off the southpaw, then change form, then fire off your regular stance. Okay, it's important as you get through the ranks, you can fire punches off both normal stance and southpaw stance. Okay, give this a practice and see you next video.
Okay team, so now we want to have a little look at our footwork and how it correlates to setting up whatever kick we happen to be doing. Now for the lower belts, your kicks really are limited at the moment to doing front kicks, or bandle chagi instead kicks, or maybe turning kicks where we got a bit higher. For the blue belts and red belts, you guys have got some more complicated drills here. And what I want to do is I want to show you how your footwork and movement correlates to which kick you might be doing. Now what I'll do is I'm going to move around a little bit and then I'm going to freeze. And when I freeze, I want you to look at where my feet are at and tell me which kick you think I might be setting up for. Okay, so I'm going to move. I might circle around, I might side it this way. Now if I freeze here in this position, you tell me right now, what kick could I do from this position? Like, would it be a spinning kick? Could it be a back kick? What kick do you think? Because if my feet are separated here, my right leg has a clean path to go down the middle or perhaps around to the side. Okay, what about this one? I'm moving around and I'm going to freeze here. Now, if you're looking straight down the camera, what kick am I likely to do from this position? Yes, I could probably still do a front kick. Yes, I could probably still do an instep kick, but with my feet in line this way, maybe it's a little easier to drag straight through with a back kick, or perhaps, boom, a spinning kick. So for the next exercise, what I want you to do is move around your lounge room and play around with how you want to land before you set for that kick. So for white, yellow belt 2s and 3s, you might keep this to front kicks, instep kicks, and turning kicks. But for blue belts and up to red belt 2s and 3s, you might want to play around with freezing and doing it from here, front kick, nice, from here, instep kick, nice, moving around, from here, boom, feet nice and lined up, spinning kick. Have a little look at where your feet are and how you're setting up for each kick. Give it a try, guys, and see you in the next video.
Okay, senior belts, so now we're going to start working some Kali combinations. We'll start with one combination. I'm going to break the video up into 3 or 4 pieces of it so you can work on the individual drill and then put it together. Okay, so the first video will start Mr. Duncan. We'll start in our normal guarding stance with sticks up. I'm going to start with our 4-strike combo, head to it. Okay, so we go head shot here, then chamber all the way back to the shoulder, then down to the knee. We bring our guard back into the side. 1, all the way back, 2. Normal speed, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're twisting our feet. Notice here how our foot's turned and it stays there for the second shot. On the front shot now, our foot turns and it stays there for the second shot, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the drill we're going to be working on. See you soon. So last part of the combo now, you know the basic 4-strike. Now we're going to challenge you and make it a little bit harder and then try and build the speed. Okay? So the same 4 strikes we got to the high-low. Now we're going to start with all high, then go to high-low, then go to low, then back to low-high, and it's going to end up being quite confusing. Okay? So we'll start together. So we start with all high. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All head shots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go back to the one we just worked on. High-low, high-low, high-low. 1, 2, 3, 4. From there we go low-low. Knee, back, knee. Knee, back, knee. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we go low, high. Low, bring it back, high. Low, bring it back, high. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the whole combination. Okay, if you can get that, you want to have it in continuous movement, so you're doing it a few times through, without pausing, without stopping, without making mistakes. Okay, so we'll do it all slow. We're doing an 8 count, so 2 times to the head, then 2 times high, low, and so forth. Okay. Now high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Now low, low. So we go low, 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 low. Now low, high, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now back to high. Now low, low. Then low, high. Then back to high, high, and we finish there. Okay, so there's your combination. You can see we've made one or two mistakes. It's pretty tricky. Give it a go, and we'll see you in the next video. Okay guys, so now we're going to go through a fun warm-up reaction drill. Okay, so for this one you need 4 markers. It can be pillows or something flat as you can and soft that you can place in front of you in your training area. Okay, then you need a marker where you're going to start from. So you see here Mr. Duncan's got a marking point where he's going to start each drill. And this one's reaction. When you hear the number, you've got to move to that target or that marker as quick as you can and get straight back. So if I say, let's go, this one's number 4, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. If I say 4, Mr. Duncan will run, touch number 4 with his hand and get straight back to that starting point and keep bouncing again. If I say 2, he'll touch 2 with his hand, then come back to that start point again. If I say 1 and 2, he'll touch 1, come back, touch 2, come back. Let's get my heart on now. Let's go 3, 1, 2, 4. 1, 3, then back. 1, then back. 2, then back, and 4. Beautiful. Well done today. Okay, so that's your drill. You can practice it for 2 minutes. You can put the first marker where you stand as close or as far away as you want. The further you put it away, remember, the longer it takes. Okay, have fun with this drill, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Okay guys, so a lot of people have asked about a couple of stretching routines and some ways to increase and improve your flexibility. And one of the best tools that I've learned over years and years of doing this is to use the wall. Everyone's got a wall, well, hopefully. So we're going to take you through a couple of stretching routines now, which you can do at home to help improve your flexibility and take some pressure off your hips, your pelvis, and your glute and your thighs, especially if you're doing a lot of kicking. Okay, so with the wall now, you're going to sit your bottom right next to it, so you're flat up against on the side. Now from here, I lie down on my back, and my legs are going to the wall. Okay, I pull my toes back, I relax down, and you should have your legs straight. You should feel this now running through the back of your hamstrings. So I want to relax as much as you can, and I want to hold this stretch for 3 minutes. Okay, once your 3 minutes is up now, from here, you bring your legs a comfortable distance apart. And again, the same thing, relax and let gravity slowly start pushing your legs lower and lower to the floor. And again, you're going to hold this for 3 minutes. The third stretch of the routine now is a butterfly stretch. So feet together, elbows on your knees or hands on your knees, and you can push your knees into the wall. If you want to make it a little bit harder, bring your feet lower. If you want to make it a little bit easier, your feet go higher. But again, just a gentle push, relax every other muscle in your body, and you're going to hold this for 3 minutes. Okay? The last stretch, we go off both legs. You push out now till you're roughly 90 degrees at your knees. You bring one foot over your knee and in front, so your hip is slightly lifted. And again, you push that knee into the wall and you try and sink your bottom down to the floor. You should feel this in your glute. The closer you bring your bottom to the wall, the harder it's going to be. But again, it's a 3-minute stretch, so just relax all your muscles, calm the body, and breathe into the stretch. Okay, once you're done 3 minutes on one side, you change legs, hips down, push your knee into the wall, and you're going to try 3 minutes on the other side. Okay, so there's your stretches for the day. Do it for 3 minutes each stretch, morning. If you want to improve quicker, morning and night, and within 2 weeks you'll feel and see a massive difference in your movement and your flexibility when you're throwing some kicks. Okay, so have fun, try that out, and I'll see you in the next video.